What's going on, my boys? Welcome back to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and today we got a lot of stuff to discuss because there has been fundamental rules changes and some huge things that are happening now in Duel Links. So I want to say here in this video, if you guys came out to my stream the other day, I want to say really thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream and hanging out. I actually streamed a little bit earlier than usual. Also, I want to say that we're definitely going to be getting there for more streams more often and much sooner. I'm just still working out scheduling issues, but I'm sure that I'll be able to accommodate somehow eventually. Also, I have made the King of Games. I made the King of Games with a Gandora Mokuba Monster Morph Evolution deck using Red Eye Zombies. I'll show you guys that deck in that video, but I'm working on that video with a couple extra things going on in the back end. It should be a really cool video. I'm putting a lot of work into that, so I hope you guys enjoy it. So right now, please forgive me as I am talking to you guys about the stuff that's happening here, because I will be farming on the back end because I am getting ready for Kaiba Cup. I'm basically just doing auto duels and making sure that I can get all the fundamental cards, because some of you know, but not all of you know, I have been playing this game this entire time without a Windstorm and without a Guardian of Anubis, or I forget that Anubis cards have changed all effect monsters to defense. I know that you're probably thinking like that's impossible, like how could you make it this far without playing it? I have, and I never really got it. So I decided I need to get that along with some other skills and abilities for the Kaiba Cup. So I'm right now farming out everything I need. So far I have all the skills and abilities except for Last Gamble and just a couple of other ones. And the only card that I don't have right now is Windstorm, and I'm working to get that as we speak. Now, let's start talking about some of these changes. So the first change I want to talk about is the change to balance. I don't understand the nerf as or why that was chosen. I see the explanation. Excuse me, got the hiccups. I saw the explanation that was given in the subject line or whatever in the update, but the explanation just seemed weird. It just said that, you know, Konami had a problem with people using balance to acquire one specific card. And my question is, you know, I mean, that's fine if you don't want people using balance to receive one specific card or whatever. I'm like, okay, I get it. However, my point to even saying something like that is like why does that matter? Like, balance should be to get those kind of things. Like, if you don't want people to use balance and use ice barriers, for example, to go get that one triangle ice barrier spell card to win the game, and you don't want people doing that, and you say you're gonna make it more random so that people don't get the one card. If I play 5 spells, how random are you going to make it be? Like, sometimes balance doesn't work, because right now sometimes balance doesn't work. So I don't understand that. I really feel like balance shouldn't have been hit, because I don't think balance is all that great. I mean, I do believe balance will get you into your combos faster and it will get your deck moving. However, like, it's putting one card up front, and if that one card is normally countered, sometimes, I mean, well, most of the time you can get over the deck. So for example, let's say you were playing balanced ice barriers and it opened up with the ice barrier spell card. Let's say you stop the spell card somehow. 9 times out of 10 they don't have another spell because they run the deck to only have one spell card, which is what I assumed. You know, that's why Konami wasn't doing anything about it, but apparently not. Like, this is what they want to do. So they're going to be doing that. And then there's another move called the Creator, and it says the card you can add to your hand will be updated and reflect the current metagame. Like, I'm not even sure what the Creator does. I don't even know what that skill is. So I guess they're making an update or change to a skill that nobody uses. I mean, I've never seen anyone use it on me, unless I'm mistaken by reading that the way I read it, but I'm assuming that there is some skill called the Creator. So let's just get out of the talk about skills for right now, because now there's something that we really need to talk about, something that I know everyone is itching and burning to hear about, and I haven't said anything yet. We need to talk about this. We need to talk about the limited and semi-limited cards now. So now Champ's Vigilance and Machine Angel Ritual are going to be set at 1, and then you're also going to have semi-limited Red Eye Spirit. Now, the most hilarious thing about this is these cards were recently offered Vigilance and Spirit was recently offered as recommended cards for your SR tickets, and Machine Angel Ritual, of course, is a farmable skill. The funny thing about all this is, I think it's hilarious that this is the turn that we have taken, and now we're going to be getting these cards banned. But I did tell you guys before, when they put cards available on the recommended slot or whatnot, they normally, not the recommended slot, when they make rare cards available, like they did with the recommended slot in SR tickets, or like they do with these things, they put cards in these that are hard to find, different kinds of rares, and they put them in those tins so people can go get it for $20. Shortly after they do that, they normally ban or restrict the cards. This is nothing new. If you're a veteran Yu-Gi-Oh player, or anyone that has some experience playing Yu-Gi-Oh in the past, you may have seen this trick coming like a mile away. But I definitely saw this coming, because by lowering the bar, the entry for these decks, it gives more people opportunity to play the card before it's banned or restricted. Now, I would understand that they would want to try to clean up the cancer before the World Tournament, or before Kaiba Cup. But my question is, why not do anything to these tilt decks? Why not do anything to these things like extra? Why not do anything to these things like any of these tilt decks? Like, I just couldn't think of it right now because someone opened the garage door and it literally just fried my train of thought. But like, why not do anything against tunes? Why not limit or restrict that? Why not ban tune rollback or something like that? Like, because right now I feel like they just literally targeted these two decks and nothing else, as if everything else in the game is like fair. I'll put it like this: Cyber Angels and Red Eye Zombies are the two top dominant decks. Obviously, Red Eyes is a dominant deck in general, but Red Eye Zombie is just a strong deck. And Decade's tournament that he held kind of proved that, where everyone came together to play in this meta tournament in a 2 out of 3 format using 2 different decks. That's basically taking all these meta decks, putting them in a bowl, and saying fight to the death. That's what happened. And at the end of the day, you ended up with Red Eyes and Cyber Angels coming out on top. Now, if Red Eyes and Cyber Angels coming out on top, those top 2 decks, I would understand why they would feel it's necessary to do something like this. There's nothing wrong with that. Go ahead and hit that nerf. However, by doing this, it doesn't really make sense to me, because you just dropped the Machine Angels just dropped. Like, people haven't even got a chance to make it extremely busted yet. People have just been playing with it. And even with that, you got Champ's Vigilance, which I never like. Champ's Vigilance could be annoying when your opponent gets 3 Champ's Vigilances and then they have all 3 Vigilances set and then Kaiba Man into a Blue Eyes. That could be extremely annoying, but it's unlikely though. Like, you don't see it every game, but sometimes people get it. But I would say, rather than take Champ's Vig to 1 or Machine Angel Ritual, I don't know. Fix the shuffling or something. I don't know. Like, to me, I think that, I appreciate the restrictions or whatnot. to kind of rein the game in to try to make it more fun. But if the idea of putting these restrictions in place for balance in these two decks were to make the game more fun, I'm not having fun playing against Tunes. I'm not having fun playing against Merrick right back at you tilt, and I'm not having fun playing against Pegasus extra tilt. And I'm just talking about stuff on ladder. And if people are playing that kind of shit in King of Games, regardless of what you see on YouTube or you see in DK's Discord or anywhere, these decks and people still exist that are ruining the card game experience for other players. So by knocking off Red Eye Spirit and knocking off Machine Angel Ritual, what you did was declaw the people who don't want to play extra tilt, who don't want to play, you know, these other cheeseball decks, this Amazoness cheeseball deck. You know, you just declawed the people who don't want to play that. Now you're incentivizing these people. Opening the garage door again. What the fuck? How many times are they going to open up this goddamn door? Sorry. You're declawing the people who don't want to play that. So by taking away their weapons, what are you doing? You're going to push these people into playing trash. So I'm not sure. Again, now this is just one man speaking on his opinion. I'm not sure if this will have that effect. You know, it could have the effect of, okay, well, it's just a restriction. I'm just going to change my deck accordingly and play the same thing. But I'll put it to you like this. If someone is playing a Red Eyes deck or someone is playing a Cyber Angel deck, they are not playing the game. I mean, they are playing the game for fun. Everybody's playing the game for fun. But I'm saying this in the context of you're not playing the game for fun. You're playing the game to win because you're playing a quote-unquote top deck, or why somebody might call someone a tryhard. If someone's playing to win and they're being a tryhard and their deck gets nerfed, what are they going to go to when they just want to win? They're going to go to the cheeseball deck like most people do when they wanted to win. They went to Tunes back in the day, or they went to Harpy's Hunting Ground back in the day. Those same people that went to Tunes or Harpy's Hunting Ground are now going to Cyber Angels and Red Eye Zombies. Now that those decks have been nerfed, this is day one. It could have no effect on it at all, you know, or it could have a dramatic effect on it. If it has a dramatic effect, I imagine those players will eventually just move their asses right on over to playing cheeseball decks. But I have no idea if that's going to be a thing or not. But honestly, that's my opinion. Personally, I feel like we got what we deserved here. I was going to make a video, but technically this update ruined it. So, you know, just go ahead and you know, delete that. But the video that I was going to make it was going to be about Cyber Angels. And basically, we did kind of ask for this. You know, when Red Eyes was out, and Red Eyes was really, really hard to beat because they had 3 spirits, which is beyond me why Konami just did not restrict the spirits back then. Like, if they restricted spirits a month or two ago, that would make more sense. But why restrict it now after you bring out these super buff angels? But whatever. They decided to keep these spirits up, and everyone was playing Red Eyes. If they did something back then, like I said before, I could truly understand. They did nothing now, and now they're gonna nerf it at the point where we had these Cyber Angels. But like I was saying before, the Cyber Angels is what exactly we asked for. We asked for a new deck. We asked for something that could defeat this Red Eye stuff, but we got it. We got exactly what we asked for, and we got it in free-to-play type of format because, and a lot of people might say Cyber Angels aren't free to play because you need Senjus and whatnot, but shut up. You can get all that shit from Alexis, and you got Petite Angel, Cyber Petite Angel. They all search that shit. So even if you cannot afford the Senjus or Sonic Birds and you can't get them, let's just say you just never get them, you can still play the deck. You know, you can still open with your Dakini and Ben 10 and Ida 10 and then go ape shit on somebody on the first turn without ever summoning a Senju or a Sonic Bird. So quit acting like you can't make your big plays. You can. But Sonic Bird and Senju, they help. So, but in my personal opinion, we asked for this. Konami gave it to us. But with the same hand they blessed us, they smacked us. Like, I don't get it. They was like, here, take it, my boy. Like, literally, that's what happened. So I don't really know. I think at this point the game is shaping up to be very interesting. If nothing else, it's starting to look a lot more like old school Yu-Gi-Oh, more than it ever has. Like, it's looking more like old school Yu-Gi-Oh right now, more than Duel Links. I mean, more than Duel Links has ever looked in the past. So I'm really excited to see what's going to come next. I am anticipating more ridiculous developments and all kinds of new cards, but I'm really curious to know what you guys think. Like, what you think the next steps for Konami will be. What do you think, if at all, is going to be on the ban list next? Or if any cards which are going to be on the ban list next. And do you think that Konami was fair with what they did to balance and everything else? I mean, I'm really curious to know in the comment section. I'm seeing a lot of people on Twitter and on YouTube that are basically going back and forth and trying, I guess they basically have different arguments. Some people believe that this is the right thing to do. Some people believe this is a terrible thing to do. Some people feel like Konami just betrayed them because they gave them the Cyber Angels, then they just took away one of their most powerful assets. And then other people feel betrayed because they just used their SR tickets to get Red Eye Spirit, get 3 copies of that, and as soon as they get 3 copies, Konami's like, nah, man, you can only play 2. Well, I wasted an SR ticket. Thanks. So I don't know, guys. I'm really curious as to what you guys think. But as always, you know, I'm just glad that the game has now, like even though, to be 100% real, even though the game is ridiculous with Spirit and Red Eyes, I do believe that you can kind of play almost anything you want because the game is pretty random right now. The Spirit, like Red Eye Zombies and Cyber Angels, of course, are the strongest decks, but we have other strong decks. It's not like it was before where Red Eyes was the strongest deck and other decks were just weak. But now we have strong decks, but they have weaknesses. So I feel like, I mean, I'd rather have strong decks with weaknesses, and then Red Eyes and Cyber Angels just happen to be able to capitalize on most weaknesses, rather than have 2 strong decks and nothing else viable to play at all. You can't even use tech in those other decks. Like, if I wanted to play Horus level 8 deck, I could add in tech to try to defeat Cyber Angels and Red Eye Zombies. But let's just say I wanted to play, I don't know, a Dark Blade deck a couple of months ago. My Dark Blade deck would be obliterated because that deck has no support. But there's a lot of cards that just have support, like for example, like Naturia, Ice Barriers. Like, there's lots of different things that people can play if they want to play it and perform well. But will it get you the King of Games, or will it win you Kaiba Cup or Decay's Tournament? Who knows? That Dino deck did pretty good and got in there for game, and it was only 1 entry. Anything's possible right now. And that Dino deck going through Decay's Tournament and making it all the way up to the top is proof of that. So I feel like the meta right now is like ripe for innovation, ripe for you know, just ripe to take it to the next level. I think it's hilarious that these nerfs came at the time they did. But hey, I really want to know you guys' opinion, and I'm really curious as to what the next steps from Konami is going to be. I'm excited for the Kaiba Cup, and I'm going to be getting in there with you boys. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. But as always, my boys, keep it dang.
Like a lion, uncontrolled. Your mark is on my back, just like that.